On the slot, looks big, Val, score!
Get used to the systems. They'll see the linesman there, just welcome into the National Hockey League. And very exciting for this young Russian star.
Regenda tried to play it up the wall. It deflects ahead. A long deflected shot by Johnston. Tied up by Kaprizov along the end boards. Got it to Vetrano, who's one of the hotter scorers for the Ducks. 5 points in his last 7 games. 10 points in 11 against the Wild. Hartman out front, and a sliding save by Dostal.
Pucks. Kirill Kaprizov right underneath the stick of Fowler. Gets it to Hartman, who's got 2 goals in his last 2 games. Great push with the right leg there, recognizing Hartman was going to try to jam it on the far side as quick as he could, and then
Gudas across for Lacombe. The former Gopher defenseman carries into the Minnesota zone, dropped it back for a shot right on by Strome. Handed it off there, was relayed out to center by Regenda, picked up by Johnston into the Minnesota zone. Faber knocked it off his stick, but it's recovered and fired on goal by Grew, knocked away by Fleury.
Out there, he's bang on with his D-zone coverage right there, and that's a lot of the video work that the assistant coaches would have done with him, along with maybe number 97.
Minus 30 for the defenseman. He turns it over. Lucchini moves in for Minnesota. Lucchini to Shaw drive, and a blocker save by Dostal. Boldy moving up high in the zone, hands it off to Merrill. Chisholm with it. A long shot tipped out front, saved Dostal. Vetrano plays it into the corner. Out to the line, Zellweger in for a shot, saved by Fleury. He lost the handle on it as he tried to move to the slot. Grew at center ice. Out of the head to Regenda, his shot kicked to the corner. Zuccarello around behind for Middleton.
This is a line here.
Minyakov to Johnston. Grew tried to get it back to Johnston, moving toward the net. Johnston up high on his backhand to Zellweger. Down low, Regenda, a shot knocked down by Fleury. And Rossi starts it back for Minnesota. In the skates of Zuccarello, he settles it down and flips it in. Rossi in on the forecheck. Ties up there with Zellweger. Zuccarello for Brodin. He's able to duck past a check. In behind for Rossi. Out to the line, Bogosian, a shot. He scores!
From low to high, great job on the forecheck here by Marco Rossi. F2 nice and close. Matt Zuccarello. Extra battles along the bottom here, getting the defenseman involved. Winger for the Anaheim Ducks goes out to block the shot. Regenda, and it doesn't hit him, and their goaltender, by the time Dostal picks that puck up after it goes by the Duck winger, it's too late.
Kaprizov to Boldy. Down low, Zuccarello off to Faber, a shot, and it's held by Dostal. Zuccarello back for Faber. Kaprizov to Zuccarello. Waits, fires, and a save by Dostal with 35 seconds left. Johansson back to Chisholm, across for Rossi. Rossi looking, waiting, backpedals to the corner, feeds it out to Chisholm. Chisholm a shot and a glove save by Dostal. Back to Johansson. Circles around behind the net with it. 5-on-5 in St. Paul. 2.5 minutes to go in the period. Gaudreau with a shot, and it's gloved by Dostal. Circles back into his own zone. Lacombe across to Fowler. There's a chance driving in, and a kick saved by Fleury denies Leeson. The Wild start back with Boldy. He gives to Hartman. Hartman centers. They score! Kaprizov with the deflection. The hottest goal scorer in the NHL strikes again. It's 2-0 Minnesota.
10 seconds before you get a save like that at the other end. Huge save by Marc-Andre Fleury. Nice puck protection there by Matt Boldy. That's the play right there. And then Ryan Hartman with a nasty little saucer pass to hit Kirill Kaprizov for the slam dunk on the back door.
Zuccarello to Faber in the middle. Back for Zuccarello. Kaprizov centers. A tip by Hartman, kicked away by Nostal. 10 in the power play. Faber with it. Back in the middle, Boldy. Boldy moves in on the backhand. Cuts to the middle, a shot and a save by Nostal.
Ryan Hartman and then Matt Boldy with his trademark move, pulling the Wild have held the Anaheim Ducks to 8 shots so far, almost halfway through this game. Great back pressure, doing an outstanding job keeping everything on the outside.
But Toronto controls. Wild will celebrate St. Patrick's Day weekend in St. Louis. A big battle with the Blues. Another on the ice right here. Jackson Lacombe, former Minnesota Gopher. Kaprizov cuts in, and his backhander saved by Nostal as he makes a bid for another. Back to Kaprizov. Hands it off to Hartman. Leaves for Bogosian. Bogosian centers. Kaprizov denied by Nostal.
Third goal earlier. Great vision on the back door, finding Kirill.
Comes in handy to be a good conversationalist. You can visit with the post for a while while the puck's in the other end.
Well, he does that quite often, too. Not sure if he...
Here he has to hold his ground, and they score! He was trying to hug the post to seal it off.
Off of the rush here. Regenda just dropping his shoulder, getting down to the front of the paint here. And that's Ross Johnson just pounding away at the front of the net. Giroux does a nice job of getting to the paint. Chisholm can't find his stick to be able to help, and Marc-Andre Fleury could not use the weight up against his post to be able to stay onto that post to keep it out.
So they call it a good goal. Now, Hines could challenge this for goaltender interference because it does look like the stick makes contact with Fleury's pad, and potentially
Minnesota is challenging the play for offside.
Oh, they're challenging it for offside, not for the goaltender interference.
Well, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Like, I thought there was an opportunity to challenge both ways. This is the play right here.
Oh, it's offside, not even close.
That's a nice break for the Wild right there. That's a foot and a half offside. But I'm with you, Anthony. I thought for sure he could have challenged the other one, too.
After further review, it was determined that the play was offside prior to the goal. We
The goal waved off. Johnston into the Minnesota zone, cuts to the slot, went back against the grain, and a deflected puck retreats in his own zone. Ducks change. Good stick by Zuccarello. Knocks it away from Terry. Zuccarello to Rossi off the post. And they score on the rebound. Now it's waved off.
This is the play right here. Hits the post on the far side. Hits the goalie in the back. And I'm assuming it's just sitting there right now. And just kind of squirts out. Foligno caught it with his skates. But that could be what the referee saw. But you're going to have a heck of an eye right there to see that live. Although he is in good position watching the play. And you see Marcus Foligno. There's the kick right there. The referee 15 feet behind him.
He didn't signal that it was a kick that was the reason for the wave off, but we obviously can't hear what the explanation is. The officials. And with this victory, the Wild are back within 4 points of the final playoff spot in the West. It's a 2-0 shutout for Marc-Andre